Okay, hello everybody. My name is Alex Bustamante, and today I'm going to be giving a speech on Christmas trees. Christmas is a truly important holiday this year, every year actually, and so whenever I think of Christmas, I always go back to my childhood. I start thinking about television and how they always put these, Christmas movies, and you start thinking about Santa Claus, the magic behind Santa. And you also start thinking about the important message of giving, right? How it's always more important to give, and how it's also very important to be with family during these times of the year. But today, we're actually going to be talking about Christmas trees, on whether or not you should get an artificial tree or a real tree. So we'll start with real trees. Now, a lot of people may think, and they're right to do so, that real trees are the more traditional way to go. You certainly get the smell, so you get a genuine sort of taste of what Christmas should be. And you also, as far as the family goes, you have a fun activity to actually go and buy the tree, and then you put it on top of your car and all this stuff. But for me, I actually see putting it on the car as a disadvantage, because I certainly don't want to get my car scratched or anything. So it does become quite a challenge to as far as transportation goes, to get the tree over to your home. Plus, you're doing it every year, right? So, in my opinion, you can certainly see that artificial trees are a better investment, because say, you spend about $150, $200 on an artificial tree, and then you're going to be spending every year on a real tree about $100. So, if you're going to use an artificial tree, say, for about 10 years, then you're only talking about spending $200 in 10 years as opposed to spending about $1,000 in 10 years. So you can certainly see that there's going to be every year a certain amount of savings that you can do. And when it comes to savings, it's pretty big, because during Christmas, we certainly prefer to be able to spend that money maybe in gifts or in other things that we as consumers in America enjoy to do. Plus, I also forgot to mention that as far as, a lot of people don't know this, but the green or the environmental thing to do is actually buying a real tree. Because a lot of people think, oh, well, I'm cutting down a tree, and no. The true fact is that artificial trees do not decompose. So they'll end up like in a landfill somewhere, whereas where real trees actually do, recycle. So, the earth will be able to take them in, and it's certainly the green thing to do. So if your main priority is to be green and environmental, then by all means go and buy a real tree. But for me, the priority is spending. So as far as savings go, I always choose the artificial tree. Plus, it's less of a hassle. I mean, when you really think about it, you're not going to be having to pick up a whole bunch of stuff, at the end of the year. And in my opinion, you also get to do the fun part, which is, get together with the family and put up ornaments, and, it's kind of like, this year was actually pretty weird, because I had my 2-year-old try to help us out, and he created a lot of havoc and everything, but nonetheless, we managed to put it up without breaking too many ornaments. So, also, the setup and tear down for an artificial tree is pretty quick. I mean, when you're talking about storage, you can put it in the garage or in the closet and really not have to worry about it until it's time to put it back up. But the setup and the teardown is very quick. And when it comes to a real tree, you actually have to figure out where you're going to get it from. Sometimes you might have to, even depending on where you live, go out to like a farm or something, and then find out how you're going to transport it, possibly pay extra money to get it to your home. So it becomes a little bit of a hassle. So, in my opinion, and in conclusion, not having to water it, not having to, pick up a lot of stuff, the transportation issue, and of course the spending, which in my opinion is the big deal, is the reason why I would suggest for most of you, if not all of you, to go and buy an artificial tree. And to finish off, I'd like to point out that it is actually rather beautiful. So when it comes to beauty, symmetry, in my opinion, artificial is the way to go. So Merry Christmas to you all, and thanks for listening.